These are the poinsettias that I'll be making today. There's a black and red check, there's a gold and a cream color stripe, and there's also a beautiful white poinsettia with glitter running through it. I hope you enjoy. Hello everybody, this is Connie from Sweet Tea Designs. I haven't done a tutorial in a little while, and so I wanted to get started. The Christmas season is definitely upon us, and today I want to do a tutorial on a flower that we always think of at Christmas, the poinsettia, or you may say poinsettia, but here in my house we say poinsettia. So what I like to do is show you how I make one with ribbon. So I have 3 different ribbons picked out here. I already have some of the work done, but I'll tell you what we do. Cut 5 or 6 pieces. You can make it with 5 pieces or 6. 6 tends to be a little more full, and the 5 piece is really better if you have a more dense ribbon. If you have a very thin ribbon, you might want 6 pieces. We cut these in 8-inch lengths. And like I said, either 5 or 6, whichever one you want to use in your flower, in your poinsettia. So we cut the 8 inches. Then, instead of a dovetail, like we do many times on the ends of ribbons, we cut a point. It's really just the opposite of cutting a dovetail. So you, just as you do when you cut a dovetail, you fold your ribbon and you go from the wire, you go up to a point. You cut up to a point here and you get your point. Now if I had done a dovetail, you know, you would have had more of a V inside here. But this is really all you have to do to get your ribbons ready. All of these are ready. It just seems like it's so simple, it's hard to even get started. But I will tell you that some of the uses, you might be wondering, well, why would I want to make a bunch of poinsettias? These are really good as package toppers. You can put them on your Christmas tree as an ornament, or you can, what else can I do with these? Oh, I put these on a mantle garland, and just anywhere you want to put them. We'll come up with some more things. I thought a little while ago, I thought, you know, this would really be cute just as an arrangement. Just put one of the sticks we put on there, the floral picks, and you can buy floral picks, long, short, whatever, and have several and make an arrangement with it in some sort of vase or a galvanized tin or something like that. But let me show you how we make these. I'm going to take my first piece of ribbon, and you take the right side here and you fold it inward. So the right side is inside here. I line up my wires, and then you may have made paper airplanes before. It's sort of like that. You just bend this one side down, bend the other side outward, and there's one of your, actually it makes 2 of your poinsettia leaves. Just put it in your hand or whatever. Maybe you have a bodabra, you want to put them down in the bodabra, and you just go along and do this to each one of your ribbons. Again, I'm only using 5 in this one. So I want to be sure to put the right side inside. The right side inside. Then I fold this out. I fold this one down and I put it next to the first one. And so we're starting our flower. But let me show you so you can really see here. And I know it's hard on this white ribbon to see the front, the good side or the right side and the wrong side. But this has a lot of glitter on it. So I'm going to fold it like this. The inside, the pretty side, is inside after we fold it. Then we make our paper airplane and we fold that side back, and then we fold this side back. We have another couple of petals. Okay, I just put them next to each other like this. You see how they're next to each other? Hold them with your thumb and your part of your hand, or you can get a clip, a chip clip, whatever you want to use. Again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'll fold this over so that I want to match up my wires as much as I can. If you want to, if it helps you, just sort of put a little crease right there. Now I take each side, fold it down like your paper airplane. How easy is that? And you do get faster, of course. After you do a few, you will get a little faster. One more. Fold it in the middle. You can see that. Okay, we'll fold it in the middle. Put a little crease if that helps. And I keep forgetting you can't see down there. Fold back your two sides. Put these together. Now they are all next to each other. We'll be fanning these out and show you how to make the final product look very pretty. So we need to hold these together. There are different ways, of course. You have zip ties, you could use string, you could use wire, but I'm going to use, I call them pipe cleaners, and I probably always will, but many people call them chenille stems. I just cannot do that. Okay, I am putting them all together. I wrapped it around. I wrapped my pipe cleaner. I'm going to wrap it in the back. If you've done any kind of crafting that involved flowers, you know all about tying, or bows, I mean. You'll know all about using the pipe cleaner to tie them together in the middle, and you just twirl it. I've heard it is better to twirl the flower rather than twist the pipe cleaner. Okay, now I've got it. The pipe cleaner is down here. I used a whole one. You might not even need a whole one. And the next thing is just sort of, it's sort of fluff and it's sort of fold. I'm going to take these right here where the pipe cleaner is running around it, and I'm going to sort of fold them together like that. Now I'll fluff it out a little bit more, but I'm putting these, I'm just sort of separating the petals. Since I've only got 5, they'll pretty much all just go next to each other and fill in all the gaps. Now, if you know much about poinsettias, you know they have the little, I don't know if you call them berries or what, in the middle. But here we go. And I think the white is just gorgeous. You could do a silver, red, and you can do anything. As you'll see in a minute, we will do something that's not quite your conventional poinsettia. But this is, look at that. And then you might even take it and do this with your hands. Just pull it up a little. Don't really have to. But then again, you might want to straighten it out a little more. Okay, we're ready to trim this dude up. Alright, I've already chosen the beads. I used 3 beads in the middle of these poinsettias. And I just use hot glue. Now, I know some people use the little stems that are in the middle. I forgot what they're called. Oh, well. And they wrap it around the poinsettia, and then the berries or whatever just stays up here. I didn't really have much luck with that. So I'm going to just take my handy dandy glue gun, and I'm going to just go around in the center with quite a bit of glue, and then just put your 3 little balls in there. Oh, I know you can't see the beauty as well as I feel like. Okay, I don't know. Isn't that pretty? It isn't that pretty. Now let me show you where I got those little balls. I bought these, I think it was at Hobby Lobby. But you can get them any craft store. You might even get those at Walmart, I'm not sure. But they were just perfect. And they have red in them. The bag I got had red and white. That was not smart. I put my finger in the glue. But I only use low temp glue. I know some people say, oh, you gotta have high temp. But I have never seen anything that the low temp doesn't adhere. It just doesn't hurt me as much, and it can still hurt. The other day I got it on the end of my finger here, and I wanted to cry, but I didn't, because I think my friend Linda might have been here, and she's working the camera for us, and I didn't want to cry in front of her, so I held it in. All right, we're gonna make this cute one out of this ribbon. Is that not the cutest stuff? Because that is the going thing this Christmas. Buffalo plaid. So I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm using 6 ribbons, and I'll show you the difference in 5 and 6. So there's one. And this is a thinner ribbon than the other one was, so it actually folds, and I can manipulate it a little bit better than the thicker ribbon. So I have 2 already. And I try to make sure that the wire of one piece matches up with the wire that's next to it, which isn't always totally possible, but for the most part it is. Oops. Okay. So here we go again. I've got 2 of these. I'm going to fold it in the center and have my little crease if I'd like. I wish can they see? No, that's okay. That's okay. I'll just hold it. And we'll bend this back, fold this back, and we fold this back. And then we just put it on top of the other. I try to line up the wire. I do the same thing. You guys are getting tired of this. I'm doing the same thing. But if you're like I am, when somebody's showing me something, especially if it is the first time, I like to see every move if I can. So again, I tried to measure my wires. Here we go. We're already on number 5. And some people might quit at 5, and that's okay. I do have a stash of pipe cleaners.
Boy, do we have stash.
We have like 7 boxes, plastic boxes. Now, not the big moving boxes, but So I'm going to turn this 2, 3, about. So again, we might turn the ribbon instead of the pipe cleaner, but give it a good 4 or 5 twists. Now we're ready for the fun part, where we just
The reminder about the wire. To put it, make sure the wire's on the downside.
when one thing I might need to let you know about, when you are putting your flower in your hand, your petals, just be sure that when you put them in your hand, that where you have folded it, that the wires are pointing downward. And every time you put one next to it, have them pointing the sides here with the wire. They have to be at the bottom, or it just will not turn out correctly. You'll have one petal will look one way and one petal will look another way. So you want all of these, and I'll show you again when I do the next one what I'm talking about. You may not know really what I'm meaning here, but we've just about got this one done, where I'm going up and down. And one reason that you might do 6 is that your ribbon might be a little bit thin, and this ribbon, to tell you the truth, is a little bit on the thin side. So I think it was better that we have the 6 petals to sort of fill in and not have any gaps. And you know what? If you see that you have some petals that maybe one is longer than the other, or maybe I put it in my hand wrong and I already have it twisted, all I have to do is take some scissors and snip that down to make it the same size as the one next to it. But I think I love the black and white check. I think it turned out very cute. So what I need now are the 3 balls, and I chose red. I don't think white would look good on this because there's no white in this. So I will put my glue in here in a cherry pie circle and put my little beads. These actually, I think, are pretty sure they're just made out of styrofoam. These beads are. And I know they're not maybe all that noticeable, but I think they're cute. Can you see that? Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Now that one again had 6. One reason, because it just makes it look fuller, and the other reason is because this was a thin ribbon and we did need it to look fuller for that reason. Okay, last one that I'm going to make. I'll try to do everything perfectly on this one. Oh, Linda's giving me funny looks. I don't think she believes I can do anything perfectly.
I'm giving you grief.
She gives me grief. So I already have these cut. Remember, they're 8 inches when you cut it. Then you cut the point. Just fold it. You can either go downward from the fold to the wire, or upward from the wire to the fold. Or, if you really wanted to, you could go clip, clip. You can do that if you want to. But this other way is easier. So again, we want the inside to be inside. We want the good side to be inside when we fold it lengthwise. Then we just pull back one, pull back the other side, put in your hand or a clip or whatever you want to hold. And we take this one, we do the same thing. We fold it in half lengthwise, we turn down one side, we turn down the other side. And we have another of our petals. This is probably getting monotonous to you all. one side down, the other side down. And remember what I said in that last one. These wired sides need to go to the bottom when I put it in my hand. That's the bottom of the flower. The wired side needs to go there. So we have 3. We're halfway through putting the petals in. Fold it down the middle. Pull it back, pull it back. Put it next to the one I just did. Be sure my wires are all pointing downward. And too, you might, at that time, you might want to measure and just make sure your wired part of the ribbon is the same length as the one before it, or pretty close. Okie doke, we're almost done. We're going to put the right side inside. We complete it just a little bit, or crease it, I mean. Fold it back, fold it back. I always fluff a little right there. Set it right on top of the other one. Now they're all next to each other. Same deal. I'm not going to fold it in the middle. Now these could be considered just, like I said, flowers to put in an arrangement as an ornament on a tree. You can use these to decorate a wreath, or if you have you ever made a swag before? You know, something like a wreath, only it goes usually vertical, and it can go horizontal. And you can just use these poinsettias for just about anything. I've got all my poinsettia petals next to each other. Can you see that? I got all the little folds are right there. And I'm ready. I think I'll use gold pipe cleaner. And I put it on the top, bring it around both sides. And I can see, yeah, if you see that one is a little sideways or something, you might want to fix that before you twist. But they look okay. Okay, so I'm going to take my pipe cleaner, pull it very tightly, turn my ribbon 4 or 5 times. I have, this is what I could use to attach this to a wreath, to a swag, to just anything you want to attach it to. You can work out something to use that to attach it. So, flufferini is all we have to do. Here we go. Oh, I love this ribbon. It makes this is a very good weight of ribbon to use for this. It holds its shape. And I went to where I had the pipe cleaner going across, and I sort of bent those together, bent those on the other side together, and then pull these out. And now I think I'll go through and go down, bring one up, bring one down a little bit, bring it up, bring one down, bring the next one up. I might have to do a little twisting on that one. Down, bring that one up a little bit, that one down, that one up, that one down, that one up. How are you liking it? Linda Jane thinks it's really pretty.
Yes, ma'am.
She does. And she has impeccable taste. It is very true. It is very true.
Hey, I'm working with you, so
Hey.
see, there you go.
We're friends. We both have impeccable taste. Oh my goodness. The bad thing is we're too much alike. We could write a book about our
Adventures.
Our adventures. And you might say dumb adventures. That we have embarrassed our daughters.
Our daughters played softball together for years, and we managed to show out most everywhere we went.
We even threatened to dance on a tabletop at Red Lobster. Was it Red Lobster?
I think it was.
Yeah. In Florida. But I think they stopped us
Our
before.
daughter set us down real quick.
And we don't drink. There's the thing. We just have fun. We don't either one. We're not drinkers. Okay, now I have to put the ribbons on.
That's my favorite.
This is Linda's favorite.
Me too.
That's okay.
Ooh, that makes it shine.
Does it?
Yes. That looks really
All
good.
right. Put 3 balls. And don't turn this off yet because I've got a couple. I'm not going to make any more, but I've got a couple more made. I just want to show you what the different ribbons look like. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it. I really like it. So these are 8 inches. It's that finished product. And sometimes, you, like I said, you might want to just sort of push it up a little bit. Oh, how cute. Okay.
Show us some more.
All right, here we go. This is one of Linda's favorites also. This is gray with, it has glitter on it. The ribbon does. And the middle, I did a little differently. It ends up having 5 little balls or whatever in the middle. Mainly because of a mistake I had made, and I was covering it. Here's another one. This is thin, but it says Merry Christmas on it, doesn't it? Happy New Year. Anyway, that turned out all right. And this one we weren't sure about when we started, and we love it. It's a burlap. I think it might have even been like a, okay, oops, it's in the way, that's okay. See that? It's like a little bit of a striped burlap. And it was this ribbon right here on a roll. And it, what? Okay. This is 4 inches wide. So we thought, well, that is big compared to these others. It might not make a very good one, but it did. It really turned out, and it's it's way more durable than some ribbon because it holds its shape, and it's just great. And then I had made these earlier, the reds. I made one with the gold and one with white in the middle. Oops. Lost my Christmas tree off of my truck. And so that is it for the making the poinsettias. Oh, another thing. If you ever put anything on your mailbox, wouldn't these be cute to, have your mesh, and then you could have some of these in there too? That would be very nice. Should I show them my wreath?
Sure. We're leaving you guys for just a moment, but hang on because it's worth the wait. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving and you're getting ready to decorate and get everything pretty for Christmas. It'll be here very quickly.
It sure will. Do I have the top? Here's the wreath. And the poinsettias are, the ones I made are striped ribbon. If you can see, there's one. Right there.
Yeah,
There are three
we have
of them.
one here and one up here.
Maybe I didn't.
I'm not sure where the other
Okay,
one
I
went.
didn't. It maybe, don't think I've glued it on yet. Okay, so I forgot. I still hadn't put that one on. But there's the wreath. It'll be on my Etsy shop soon, after tonight. But that's about it for this session, and I hope you'll join me again, and Linda. And if you have questions, comments, please leave those below, and also be sure and give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel, because I promise we're going to be putting more videos on. Thank you. Goodbye. Pictured here are the 3 poinsettias that I made today in the tutorial. As you can see, there are also some extras that I made earlier. These can be used on packages in place of a bow, on a wreath, on a swag, any door hanger that you might paint that we always put a bow at the top. You could use the poinsettia. Endless possibilities.